their jobs, they stop going to work, they also stop getting paid. But he said residual means you basically do something one time, yet you get paid over and over and over and over and over again for what you did once. He said, Brian, knowing that, would you rather get a couple $1,000s once for selling a house or basically get paid $5 every time a person opens and closes the front door? See, that would be a predictable, reoccurring revenue that would keep coming in long after you're done working and sitting under a palm tree. And that's where I was introduced to the whole concept of residual income and how I can utilize a prepaid legal business opportunity to get some of that in my life. And so here's the deal. I'm not going to sit here and talk about all the thousands of people who've changed their lives because of this vehicle, because quite frankly, if I started talking about how people are making all this income and they're changing their lifestyles, you're probably going to be looking at it as this broad stroke dream scenario. Well, the reality is I don't want this to be looking like hey, this is too good to be true, although a lot of people tell me this definitely seems too good to be true. And you hear that enough, you start to recognize you have a darn good opportunity. So I'm going to actually just get to the dollars and cents. I want to show you specifically exactly how our business works so you can recognize it plain as day. Now, let's say you decide you want to go out and help us in the marketing and you want to build a business with prepaid legal. Well, here's the most incredible thing. Everybody gets started off at the same entry position, what we call a junior associate. Now, as a junior associate, you get set up with a training package, you get applications and brochures, you even set a website up for you. So if you have anybody that's interested in checking out our services, they can go right online, check out the information. They can even sign up right on your website, which all gets tracked back to you. Now, anytime you go out and start marketing these services to folks, and they say, hey, I want the service, they pay their $35.95 plus a $10 one-time enrollment fee. So basically, they're set up for basically $46. On that simple $46 transaction, as a junior associate, every time somebody signs up, you're going to be getting paid $34.57 wired in your bank account. Now, I want you to think about this. A $46 transaction. You sign somebody up, they pay $46, you got paid $34 the next day. Think about how many people that you know that could actually utilize these services. You can just do the math. How many people do you want to go out and market the services to? But that's the beginning level. That's the minimum that you're ever going to get paid when you market this $36 membership. Now, I want you to think about this. You probably understand this, but I want to just kind of go through this so you understand where I was coming from. I was very fortunate to be raised by my father, who understood and taught me a business principle that most people in this country go to their graves never figuring out. He said, Brian, you go out and sell a house and make a bunch of money. But he said, would you rather work hard or would you rather work smart? He said, wouldn't you rather be the real estate broker, have hundreds of agents out there working for you, and get a little piece of the action off each one of their sales? Well, that's basically the same thing. What we talk about is called leverage. Who makes more money, the insurance agent or the broker? The realtor or the broker? The pro athlete or the owner of the football team? You or your boss? The people who got people working for them make the most money, and they all have the most time freedom. Well, the company's going to allow you to be in the broker seat. So let me just share with you what I'm talking about here. Let's say you're a junior associate, but you know some people that you're sharing the membership with, and they say, hey, look, you're making money from signing people up for these services because I know a lot of people I can tell about these services. I want to do what you do. So let's say John is somebody that you introduce to the company. He becomes a junior associate. When you start putting a team together, you bring junior associates on board, the company's going to actually promote you to the associate position. A couple things happen here. Number one, they're going to double your income. So instead of getting paid $34, now you're getting paid $69 every time you sign somebody up and they pay their $46. So they pay $46, you're making $69. But there's a second form of income here called override income. Basically, just like a manager in a car dealership gets paid an override when the salesperson on the floor sells a car, or a broker in a real estate company gets an override when the realtor sells a house, you're going to earn an override of $34 every time one of the junior associates you brought aboard signs up a membership. So let's say John and a couple other junior associates you have, they go out and start marketing memberships. Let's say between them next week, they go out and sign up 10 memberships. 10 times 34, you just made over $340 in your pocket in overrides that week, and you had nothing to do with the transactions. Better yet, you weren't even in the country. You were somewhere down the beach in Cancun. They just pulled out a postcard and said, what? Go, guys, go. I mean, you're getting paid, but you're not even there. And that's just the beginning, because watch what happens here. Let's say you go out and build a team of 3 individuals. So you got John, Bill, and Cindy. You got 3 people you got on your team so far. Once you've got a team of 3, the company's going to promote you to the senior associate position. Now, what happens here? They double your income again. So now you're getting paid $138 on a $46 transaction. Somebody says, hey, I want the service. They sign up, they pay $46, you made $138. Then add another $69 on top of your overrides. Let's say you're a senior associate, and you go out and tell Jeff about the services. Well, Jeff signs up, you got paid $138. But let's say you bring Jeff on board also as a junior associate because he knows a lot of people he wants to go market this to. Well, Jeff as a junior associate goes out and markets a membership. He's making $34 every time he signs somebody up. But you, the senior associate who brought Jeff aboard, you're earning $34 plus $69. You're making $103 in your wallet every time Jeff submits an application. So next week, Jeff goes out and submits 10 applications. What's 10 times 103? You made over $1,000 in overrides, and that's with one Jeff. What if you had 10 Jeffs? What if you had 100? You can go out and build as big of a team as you want. Now, watch what happens here. Let's say John, Bill, and Cindy, your initial 3 people you brought aboard. Let's say Bill decides he wants to go out and do what you just did. And you help him go out and build a team with 3 people for himself. Bill becomes a senior associate. The company makes you a manager. Now, as a manager, every time you personally sign somebody for the service, they pay their $46, goes into the company. The company's going to pay you $172 in your bank account for every time you sign up a membership for $46. I mean, let's just stop and think about this. The average person in America does not come home after an entire day at work with $172. We got people in prepaid legal making that in 15 minutes on their lunch break. Take somebody to lunch tomorrow, you show them the membership, show them how the membership works, fill out their application form. By the time they're finished eating lunch, buy their lunch for them. You just made $172. But in addition to that, add another $34 on top of the overrides. So let's say you're a manager. You're a manager and you go out and bring Mary on board as a brand new junior associate. Mary's out signing people up. She's making $34 every time she signs up a membership. But you, the manager who brought Mary aboard, you're earning $34 plus $69 plus $34. You're making $138 in your pocket every time Mary submits an application. Now, think about that. Mary goes out and signs up 10 memberships, 10 times 138. I mean, you can do the math. You know, you're talking about almost $1,400. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, okay, these services sound incredible, incredible company. There's a lot of money on the table, but look, I'm shy. Okay, let's just assume you're shy. But Mary's not. So you introduce your manager, you introduce Mary to the business. She goes out and signs up those 10 memberships. The company's going to still send you that $1,380 check to your home while you're home getting over your shyness. You okay with that? I mean, my point is, it's not even about you. You might know some people that might have more interest in going out and marketing these services. Maybe they know more people. Maybe they're not as busy at their job. Maybe they're hungrier. Maybe they just want to go out and be more aggressive with it. Well, you go out and introduce them to the business, and you earn overrides, even though they're taking the business more seriously than you are. Now, let me take it one more step beyond that. Let's say you're a manager, and you help 3 people on your team become managers. Notice how I keep on saying the word help. Versus how do you get ahead in corporate America? You stab someone in the back or you step on them. Here you help others to do better and you do well yourself. So you help 3 people on your team become managers. The company makes you a director. Now you're making $207 in your pocket every time you sign somebody up and they pay their $46. Think about it. Name one other company in North America where you generate $46 for the company and they pay you any more than $5, $10, $15 commission if you're lucky, much less $207. And add another $34 on top of your overrides. Let's say you're a director. You come and show me the information today. Let's say I'm not involved in the company yet. And you say, look, I know the real estate market's got to be hurting you. I say, look, I can definitely feel the pain. I want to come on board because I know a lot of people that I can go out and sell this membership to. I'm a brand new junior associate that you bring aboard. Every time I sign somebody up, I make $34 in my pocket for each one. Now, I was used to a 6% commission selling houses, not that kind of return. So I'm excited. But you're also going to be excited because you're earning a 34 plus a 69 plus a 34 plus a 34. You're making $172 in your pocket every time I sign up a membership. I go out next week and I sign up 10 memberships. You made over $1,700 in your pocket. So remember me when it comes Christmas time this year. I'm making a lot of money for you. So those are the first 2 ways to get paid in the business. The first column, the left column, is what they're going to pay you when you sign somebody up for the services. The right column is what they're going to pay you when others are signing people up for the services. That's the upfront money that's on the table. And there's a lot of money to be made up front. Look, we live in an immediate gratification society. Everybody these days, they say, look, I need money now. Pay me now. I've got bills that need to be paid yesterday. Well, if you need income right away, the company's got that opportunity because you can go out and market a membership and get paid right away. But in addition to that, the third most important way we get paid is called residual income. This is the whole reason why I got involved in this company in the first place. I could have kept selling houses. Also, I can make a lot of money when I sell houses. But when I stop selling those homes, my income stops. Think about yourself as well. You could be the Michael Jordan at your job. Nobody does what you do better than you. And you go bust your tail doing it, working hard every day for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. When you stop, what's going to happen? Your income stops. Well, that's the whole reason why you need to have residual income in your life. Now, here's the way residuals work. Let's say you're a senior associate. And I'm a neighbor. You've been in the company for a few days or a few weeks. You sign up your first handful of people. You're a senior associate. I'm a neighbor that lives down the street from you. And when you're way home from here today, you call me up. Brian, I got something important I need to show you. It take about 15 minutes. You may or may not be interested. Can I come by? Sure, come on over. Come sit me down.